Thanks for choosing to publish with Wolters Kluwer. Wolters Kluwer Publishing Program offers a suite of open access solutions that meet the needs of researchers and help them maximize the visibility of global healthcare research. Options include hybrid open access models across more than 300 journal publications, as well as fully open access specialty titles. You may also choose to submit your paper for free publication. In this tutorial, I'll show you how to submit a manuscript using our editorial manager system. Log in is the button used for returning users, and register is the button used for new users. For returning users, log in using your username and password and click Author Login below. If you need to make an account, you can also use the Register Now button here. If you think you already have an existing account, please do not register again. This will cause delays or prevent the processing of any review or manuscript. If you're unsure if you've already registered with Editorial Manager, click the Forgot Your Login Details button. Now we can see the author menu. The drop-down menu at the top of the page allows you to toggle between the different roles you may have been assigned, like an author or a reviewer. You can also update your information at any time using the button in the top corner. If you ever need further assistance, feel free to use the Contact Us button to send an email. Please note that every journal has a different submission site. Please be sure when you're submitting your paper that it's for the correct journal. The Instructions for Authors page outlines the requirements for each journal. Make sure that your paper follows the required format for references, including the appropriate reporting guidelines and ethical approval. Please note the word count is not the character count, and these requirements exclude references, tables, and figures. On this page, you may also review the article types. Please note that manuscripts must not have been previously published elsewhere or currently be under consideration for other journals or books. Please also note that the publication timeline and revision timelines may vary. Some journals may publish 6 to 12 months after acceptance. Now let's begin our submission. The Submit New Manuscript button can be used to submit a new paper. First, you will see a warning to confirm the correct journal. Then you will select the article type you wish to submit. On the next window, you'll be prompted to upload all files. These files include a title page, author profile forms, and a blinded manuscript. All submitted papers are subject to a double-blind peer review process. To facilitate blinding, the body of the manuscript and images, including credit lines, should not include identifiable information of any kind, including but not limited to author names and initials, facility names, country names, or specific locations such as cities. If necessary, authors may identify this information as redacted for peer review in the text. Additionally, you'll want to make sure all authors fill out profile forms. Please make sure all authors submit a profile form that's correctly filled out with all of their information. You might also choose to submit your author profile forms and include social media handles. Please note that resumes and CVs are not considered author profile forms. Now we will begin submitting a manuscript. First, I will begin by submitting all of the necessary documents, including the manuscript, title page, and author profile forms. Make sure that the selected item type matches the description and the document uploaded. As you can see, I've uploaded the title page to Editorial Manager. I'm going to change the item and label it as title page. Once I change the item to title page, the title page with author information and acknowledgements will turn green as these are required for submission. Since the manuscript and author profile forms are still missing, I'm going to continue uploading all of the necessary documents. Please note that the order in which the attached items appear in the list can be changed. You can reorder the items manually if necessary by changing the numbers in the order column. Once you've completed this, you can click Update File Order. Now that I've uploaded all of the necessary documents, I'm going to click Check All and proceed to the next step. The next step is the General Information tab. Select the region of origin related to your submission from the drop-down menu. The next step is to add classifications to your manuscript. Please note that the classifications selected determine how the manuscript is matched with reviewers. It's recommended that authors select at least 2 or 3 different classifications. You can add classifications by clicking the Add Classifications button and searching through the list of classifications. Once you find a few that match your manuscript, click the button in the left column. You may also search using the top search bar. Once you've found the classifications that you'd like to add, click Add. If you'd like to remove a classification, select Remove. Make sure that you submit your classifications before leaving the window. Now that I've selected my region of origin and my classifications, let's move to the next step by clicking Proceed. In the additional information step, it's imperative that you select an answer to all questions. Editorial Manager will not let you proceed until you select a response to each question. The unanswered questions will be highlighted in red. If you wish to add comments with your submission, please enter the comments in the additional information step. These comments will not appear directly in your submission. One of the final steps of submitting your manuscript is filling out all of the fields in the manuscript data section. First, enter your title and select Next. Please copy and paste the abstract. Each manuscript should have at least 6 keywords listed in alphabetical order, separated by commas. After entering your keywords, select Next. Next, we'll add any co-authors to the submission. You can add a co-author by selecting Add Another Author. When entering author information, make sure that the email address is accurate. Please alert your co-authors to check their email to confirm their co-authorship using the electronic copyright forms. Once you've entered all of your authors, please select Next. The last step is choosing a funding source from the list. If you are unable to make a selection from the list, you can continue to enter the entire funder's name. Once you've added all of your funding information, hit Build PDF for approval. Wolters Kluwer's hybrid open access option is offered to authors whose articles have been accepted for publication. With this choice, articles are made freely available online immediately upon publication. These articles are subject to the journal's standard peer review process and will be accepted or rejected based on their own merit. The publication fee is charged upon acceptance of the article and should be paid within 30 days. Payment must be received in full for the article to be published open access. Please note that each journal has a different cost associated, and you can find more information on our website. Please note that open access is not payment for preferred or expedited publication. All accepted open access articles will receive the following open access benefits. The author will retain the copyright of the article. The article will be freely available on the journal website for any user worldwide. The article will have the open indicator published and the Creative Commons license published on the article to make it visible to readers that the article is open access. While the submission and review process follow the traditional process, there are additional forms and steps that need to be taken to publish your work as open access. Wolters Kluwer's license to publish form must be completed in full by the corresponding author on behalf of all the authors before an article can be made open access. Wolters Kluwer will provide authors with a link and instructions on how to pay via our online RightsLink payment portal. First-time authors will have to create an account and log in. Please note this account is separate from any other account you have with the journal. An author whose work is funded by an organization that mandates the use of the Creative Commons Attribution License can meet that requirement through the available open access license for approved funders. There are 2 options for open access payment. You may pay using a credit card or raise an invoice. Credit card payments will be processed immediately, and you will receive an email stating RightsLink has accepted your order. RightsLink will mail an invoice for the full amount of the article processing charge within 5 business days to the address provided. Full payments must be received within 30 days of the invoice date, or your article risks publication without an open access license. Authors have up to 1 year to request that their article be published as open access. If you have any further questions about open access, do not hesitate to reach out using the Contact Us button in the top left corner. There's also a link for more information on open access on our Information for Authors page. Our 4 institutions and funders page will have more detail on the approved funders. You indicate yes to publishing open access and your paper is accepted, we will reach out and ask for you to fill out the license to publish form and remind you of the payment process. The last step of this process requires the PDF to be built for approval. Once the PDF is built, you can approve the submission. It will be an incomplete submission until it is approved under the Submissions Waiting for Authors approval queue. Once approved, it will turn into a submission in process. You can review or edit a submission and view the PDF before approving the submission. I'm going to click View Submission, which will prompt a PDF download. Once I'm satisfied with my submission, I'm going to click Approve Submission. Now you can see my paper is in the submissions being processed queue. Your paper will remain an incomplete submission until it is approved under the submissions waiting for author's approval queue. Once approved from this queue, it will turn to a submission in process. If changes are requested before or after peer review, your paper will come back through the submissions needing revision queue, and the corresponding author will receive an email. Thank you for watching, and we hope this was helpful. We look forward to reading your submission.